Alright, today's topic is prescription and over-the-counter medicines. Alright, our first discussion today is about over-the-counter medicines. A lot of times you'll see over-the-counter medicines abbreviated OTC. Over-the-counter medicines are medicines you can buy without a prescription from your doctor. We've all used over-the-counter medicine at some point in our life. We've probably used over-the-counter medicines many times to relieve pain, to treat some symptoms of the common cold, the flu, and some allergies. Now, the thing to remember about over-the-counter medicines is that you do not have to have a prescription to buy these. You can walk into your local drugstore, Walgreens, Rite Aid, Walmart, Kroger, and you can buy these medicines without a prescription. In the United States, the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, decides whether a medicine is safe enough to sell over the counter, and we'll talk more about the FDA in later lessons. Now, there are two types of over-the-counter medicines. Does anybody know what they are? Anybody? Okay, the two different types of over-the-counter medicines are brand names and generic. So what do you think the difference is between a name brand medicine and a generic medicine is? The price. The price is the difference between the two. So let's take a look at these two medicines. They both have the same number of tablets, the same number of milligrams, but you can see they are significantly different in price. As you can see with these two medicines, you got on the left Tylenol. Everybody knows about Tylenol. But on the right, exactly the same thing. Active ingredient is the same, but the price is totally different. Here we also have a name brand drug, a NyQuil. Everybody knows about NyQuil. Everybody knows about the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, achy head so you can sleep medicine. But if you look on the right, we have the generic brand, and the cost is totally different. What do you think about the medicine itself? Is there a difference? Is there a difference between the effectiveness of the generic versus the name brand? No, there's no difference. The active ingredient is the same, and the active ingredient is what does the work. So to be a wise consumer, I would definitely choose the generic brand. If you have any questions about generic medicines, you should look at the name brand and compare the ingredients, or ask a pharmacist. And this is your trusty pharmacist that you can ask if you have any questions. So let's talk about prescription medicines. Prescription medicines are a licensed medicine that is regulated. It requires you to have a prescription before it can be obtained. This term is used to distinguish it from an over-the-counter medicine. So if you want to get a prescription filled, you can get it two ways. You can go to the pharmacy and walk up to the counter, or you can go through the drive-thru. But not anyone can get a prescription filled at a pharmacy. You have to have something special. You have to have a prescription. A prescription is a special piece of paper that is filled out by your doctor that has special information on it. You have to have a prescription filled out by a doctor, and this is what a doctor looks like. It may also look like this guy. So if you have a prescription from your doctor, you'll come to a pharmacy and you'll get it from this guy. He's called a pharmacist. So after you give your prescription to the pharmacist, he may ask you to wait in the waiting area. He'll get the medicine from behind a counter that kind of looks like this. And then he puts it into nice bottles that look like this. Or this. Maybe this one. Or even a bottle that looks like this. So do you think prescriptions also have a generic and name brand? What do you think? Yes, you're correct. Prescription drugs do have a generic and name brand. A lot of time insurance companies require pharmacies to give the generic brand. Anybody know why? Yes, they are cheaper. This is our lesson on prescription medicine and over-the-counter medicines.